Hi everybody, it's Scott Smith in sunny Southern California. I had to shoot this one for you. This is a 2025 BMW 840i Coupe. This one's in our black sapphire metallic with our Fiona red black two-tone extended merino leather. Man, the 8 Series, I have just loved this styling for years. I mean, this coupe, I'll have to go over some of the curves and dimensions for you on this and just some of the angles that I just thought looked so beautiful, so sexy on this car. And hey, if you're thinking about needing a 4-door, they make it in a 4-door and they make it in a convertible, but not for too much longer. So just to let you know, if you want a new one, get in, get it, and experience it. Or if you're not a leaser, or if you're not considering on not buying new, there is some amazing certified models and pre-owns out there that you can get an excellent deal on at Bob Smith BMW here in Calabasas. If you're out of state, you can still check their website if you need to. But hey, let's get into the car. So this car is 191 inches long, 75 inches wide. It's 52.8 inches tall. It's got a 111-inch wheelbase. Now you gotta watch this front end. That front fascia is beautiful, but you only got 4.8 inches of clearance. So please be careful pulling up to the parking blocks and curbs. But let's go ahead and get to the back. Take a little look here, see what we got going on. So one thing I've always said for years is that BMW has always got so many curves, angles, and different ways of showing shadows and expressions, and just having something maybe stand out a little bit more, just to kind of with the light and the reflections. And that's one thing I've always liked. They really have a detailed body style. I know some manufacturers out there go for more of just a smooth, plain design, simplistic, but I would not say with BMW. Maybe with some of the current models, there's a little bit more of that philosophy going on. But man, some of these, it's just been awesome with so many things when you walk around and look at them for a while. And that's what I wanted to do, was just kind of show you some of the curves and things I've noticed over the years. But really right here with that rear wheel well, rear axle, I mean, look at how the whole front of this just cabin, the upper part of the vehicle just kind of slims out, wraps around to the back, and is just flowing down that long rear window, just that traditional coupe angle. But really, when you start to look at the back of this, from the top of the vehicle to the bottom of the vehicle, it's just so beefy, having that wide track, a lot of traction. One thing I was reading too about it was the common core, or the carbon core technology. It's where BMW has replaced some of the interior structure with carbon fiber reinforced plastic. So you still get the rigidity and the safety, but you get a lighter vehicle, you get a lower center of gravity, which does what? Enhances the fun factor. So yeah, the performance. So the vehicle does weigh 33 in curb weight pounds. You got an 18-gallon tank. They do recommend premium unleaded, which why wouldn't you, for efficiency, longevity, and performance. We'll talk about the trunk, and we'll get Trish, who's 5'9", to squeeze into the back seat. I mean, most coupes with 2 doors aren't known for having gigantic back seats. But yeah, check out those running lights, that front end, that frost black grille design. A lot of breathing, a lot of cooling. I'll talk to you about the power plant in just a minute. But let's have Trish do an exhaust sound for us with the 40 here. Cool. Now let's get into showing you just a little bit of the traction. Those tires down there, you can see what you got. I'll talk about those in just a second here. Let's move into these wheels. So what we have on here is a 20-inch MV spoke jet black wheel style 728M, and we're running staggered summer run flat tires. Now in the front we got 20x8s running a 245 series, and then in the back We got a 20x9 running a 275 series. But check out the brakes. Now this one, you can have 3 colors. This one's in the black. You can have blue or red calipers. And so this one kind of doing with that blackout kind of design with the wheels, the calipers, and obviously the car color, black sapphire. So you're running a 4-piston fixed caliper setup up front on a 13.7-inch rotor, which obviously does most of the work. And then you're looking at the rear, you're running a single floating piston caliper setup on a 13-inch rotor. And as BMW's known for, they do put some phenomenal brakes on their car. Very cool. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you too is on the roof line, you can actually do roof racks. BMW's got specially designed crossbars, so just in case active lifestyle, you still want to have a 2-door 4-seater, just to have that style and fun factor, and you don't have to pack a ton of people into the car. You can still put some equipment on top. And we do have all-wheel drive vehicles, BMW's intelligent all-wheel drive, available in the 8 Series lineups too. All right, let's show you that engine. We'll get Trish out here too. She's gonna pop the hood. There we go. Hi, Trish.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
Great.
Looking good in the coupe.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So now what we got in here is the B58 engine, legendary B58. There's just so much that can be done with this engine, but it is a phenomenal engine just the way it is from the factory. You got a 3-liter inline 6, 24 valve, and it's running a single twin scroll turbo, producing 335 horsepower at 5,000 RPMs, and you got 369 foot-pounds of torque rolling out at 1,600 RPMs. And you're looking at a 0 to 60 stated from BMW at 4.7 seconds. Pretty sweet. All right. Now, one thing I want to go over just before I meet up with Trish back there to show us the trunk and stuff is that you've got standard on here is you got the Icon adaptive LED headlights with laser lights. BMW lasers. Now, those can reach up to 600 meters if conditions are great. And guys, this is going to, and ladies, this is going to be in the brights mode. And it's nothing you can customize. If all conditions are correct and it's available to do it, it will. But it is phenomenal at night. If those suckers turn on, man, you could just see forever. All right. Let's go skip to Trish. Let's go ahead. Now let's go ahead and do the trunk. Yeah, just do that first and then we'll have you do the back seat.
Lock?
Uh-oh, here we go. Yep, that auto lock feature comes that way from the factory. Okay, there we go. So now what we have is almost 15 cubic feet of storage in this trunk. I'm telling you, it goes way back. I mean, we could crawl in here and almost lay flat. I mean, it's amazing how far back it goes. And then Trish is just gonna unlock the rear seat. We'll do this one too. Well, we won't do that one. We'll just do I'll do the other one, Trish. We can show it really quick. You can just see how big it is. You got a huge opening to the back seat, so you can run a lot through here. I mean, you could put a bicycle if you needed to. Just take off that front wheel. And then we'll have Trish jump in the back. Now this does have the power trunk lid, so we'll push that. And obviously with all the M Sport characteristics, the blackout, the rear spoiler. But let's see Trish back here. Check out that interior. Boom, got some attitude with the red. All you have to do is just pull this. Seat will move forward, and now you can see, and the seats, I mean, it's pretty flat. It's amazing how much utility you have in this coupe. And then we'll go ahead and just throw it up. Now, Trish, you are 5'9",
Yeah.
and how's your head doing?
I think we are a little confined.
So as you can see, Trish being 5'9", this is one back seat that's getting a little tight from the waist up, and then you can see she put the seat back where she was comfortable. So it is kind of tight to try to have a 5'9" in the front and a 5'9" in the back. So I'll let her climb out. Man, you open these doors up and bam, that red hits you. Stuff glows. What an interior. So we'll let Trish jump into the front seat. We'll show you the seat controls and stuff over here in the door. How you doing, Trish? Feeling good? Okay, so here's our seat controls right down here. So you can see you got your width controllers, your adjustable bolsters right here. In case you're going through the canyons and stuff, you can really tighten up the seat. And then you do have your lumbar support, front, back, up, down, and then obviously all your other angles that you can do. Also, you do have the adjustment up front for longer legs. Let's move over to the door. You do have your trunk opener. And then I wanted to show you down here. Now the blue stickers are still on this just to protect it, but it actually does say carbon core. So that philosophy that they have with carbon fiber reinforced plastic throughout the car. We still have the blue stickers there on the dead pedal, but you can see they actually have some nice styling pedals down here too. And let's get over to the door. You got the Harman Kardon sound system standard on this vehicle, 16 speakers and 464 watts of power. Simplicity, very nice styling with memory, unlock and lock, door handle. Obviously windows and mirrors are tucked down right behind the handle, easy to grab. And then you do have storage, and then for small water bottles right there for you. Trish is over here having fun with the steering wheel. What do we got going on? Very nice.
Paddle shifters.
Yeah, you got a thick steering wheel, nice like Napa leather type of feeling. A lot of controls, heated steering wheel button. You can see that M design. Okay, so I'll step back. Let me just show you a little bit more of the door. Contrast stitching. Very nice. Okay, Trish, you ready? I'll jump in on the other side. Let me give you another shot from the outside. But man, what a body style. What a flow from the front to the rear. Coefficient of drag is 0.31 on this vehicle. We'll go over the sticker on this particular vehicle and show you the gas mileage also. All right. Trish puts her camera right in front of me on the windshield. All right. How we doing?
Doing good.
Okay, cool. What do you want to go over first?
I would say probably the screen.
Okay, so you're running iDrive 7 in this one. Now, what's nice is they did upgrade this, I think a couple years ago, to a 12.3-inch display, which is the same size for your instrument cluster, full digital behind the steering wheel. 12.3, but very easy, simple software, easy to get to different things. I mean, really, really easy. And remember, when you set up an account, get the app downloaded, there's a lot more voice command stuff that you can do with these cars so that you're not having to always touch buttons and things like that, unless that's what you like doing. And you got your dual climate control here, easy to get to. And you can see some of your other basic settings here. Recirculate, heated seats. And then this one, Trish. Boy, we talked about these years ago, didn't we? So if you run your finger across these buttons, you'll see them at the top of the screen. They're basically shortcut buttons, 8 of them. You can set them for almost just about anything you want. Radio stations, addresses, phone numbers. Yeah, anything that's just maybe something you use a lot, then you could always just push the button. Or I know we have voice command if you want to say call somebody particular. You got a nice cover here, and then there's your cup holders, another charging port, data transfer, and then we do have our wireless charging, but actually it's way back in there. It looks like it can hold a pretty large phone. This car was ordered with the glass controls, so really cool, kind of really a depth perception on this controller. Really nice parks there, start and stop. You can see all your basic controls here. Adjusting the attitude of the cars here. Auto hold, which is a really nice feature. That's just whenever you come to a stop. The car will hold itself in place with electromechanical parking brake. Take your foot off the brake, kick back, especially when you're at a long intersection. iDrive controller, basic shortcuts. Really nice looking. And then Trish, if we could open up that console.
Yeah.
Lots of storage in this console, as you can see. It's huge, and it's probably 5-6 inches deep, so you can really lose some stuff in there if you want. One thing that Trish had mentioned before was with the design of the cabin, especially the whole iDrive screen, the information screen, and the center console is actually tilted towards the driver. So it's really personalized to just one person in the car. Obviously, it's very easy to access it as a passenger, as you can see with me sitting here in the front seat. But you can see the contrast stitching in the dash and the way it just flows all the way down, and it's kind of more unique to the driver's position. You got big glove box for throwing stuff in. Alcantara. Yeah, that Alcantara kind of suede-like headliner. Very nice. And then if we could go over the sticker, Trish, let's do that. So Trish will hold that in place for us, but you can see here, 2025 BMW 840i Coupe. Then you can see all the details of this particular vehicle. You can pause it anytime you want just to see details, pricing on certain options. A lot of stuff's included, obviously, at this price. Suggested retail. And then there's your gas mileage, 21 and 29 with an average of 24. And then here was the final assembly on the vehicle. There. Cool. I'll give you a little shot of the cabin. Well, first, we'll ask Trish, where can we follow her at?
Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, BMW_Trisha.
Cool. So we'll just give a shot, kind of work it around here. You can see that great piping with the leather seats. You can see out that rear window. Harman Kardon sound system speakers back there. 16 of them in this cabin. That's amazing. Okay. And Trish has got this in sport individual right now, as you can see in the dash. So you can tailor what you want your performance to be at, or you can actually, if you could hit on configure individual for us, now you can just cruise down the different categories and adjust it. Maybe there's certain things you want, a more responsive engine or transmission, but maybe the dampening you still want a little smooth. Maybe you're on the freeway and you're zipping and zagging through people because you got to get somewhere. So at least, maybe you could have a smoother ride, but then have a more responsive transmission and engine just to get those little shots in between cars, but not to beat you up. Cool. All right, here goes the fun part. Trish gets to launch this car. Now, something I do need to state really quick is that we are not putting it in the launch control feature. We are just starting the car off from a dead stop in the sport mode. These cars are properly warmed up, and so we don't do the launch control. That's only what the owner will do in these cars. So let me move on down here. Man, I'm telling you, that car moves. I mean, I know BMW's got it rated at 4.7, but still, when you're standing here and that thing takes off, it's awesome. Sounds great. If you don't need a rocket ship, the 840 is such a perfect model for an everyday driver. Just check that out. And obviously, there's a lot you can do, after you maybe own the vehicle. There's so much you can do to this B58 engine to make it just outrageously fast. How you doing, Trish?
That was amazing.
That was awesome. Sounded great from out here. Let me jump in and get my seatbelt on. Now we'll do it from the car. I was thinking too, we could probably put down the windows.
Okay.
Just for this launch, and then we'll put them up quickly just because I know the wind. There we go. Okay. I'm ready when you are. Oh, that's awesome. So smooth, man. That Sport M transmission is just phenomenal. So smooth, so quick, so reactive. Okay, now the car does come with a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, whichever comes first from the manufacturer. There is a maintenance program that's included, and you can extend both of those if you want to. All right, I'll go ahead and put the windows up. Let's do that. Or if you're looking for certified, that's a great way to get a pre-owned. If you wanted to save some money, I'd look at the certified, since it'll come with a warranty included with the car and fully inspected from BMW dealership. Yeah, definitely check out Bob Smith's website. If you don't live local, they've got a lot of great cars certified. And they do also carry some off-brands just in case, if you're looking for something for another driver in the family. Great selection of new Saturday service if you need it. And they are right here next to the 101 freeway, as you can see right over there. So great location. And they do have the Mini Cooper franchise. So in case you want to get something a little smaller, that's always an option here. So here they are right here. Want to thank them for letting me shoot the car. And also, hey, some of the guys in the sales department, Scott, we got Justin, there's Andy, I've known forever. Yeah, some really great guys that would definitely take care of you if you make the trip out here. And there's the service entrance right ahead. We're gonna cruise around. Here's some of the beautiful models right out front.
Beautiful models.
We'll just bump Harrison out of the way. Okay, here we go. Oh, someone took our spot on the curb. I guess we'll just go on the other side of them real quick. We'll get one more shot of Trish and the 840i Coupe here at the end. Thanks for watching. All right. Very cool. Boy, look at the sun on that black Sapphire. Awesome. Thanks, Trish. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Bye-bye.